Justice Department, remember the reason. The reason is Tillis says he won't let it come forward unless the Justice Department says we're not proceeding against Powell. Well, the Justice Department is not giving up its investigation into Powell, even though the judge has quashed its subpoenas. Prosecutors working for the US Attorney for the region, Jeanine Pirro, made an unannounced visit to the Fed's headquarters. They were turned away. Pirro said, the renovation warrants some scrutiny. She wants an appeal court to revive the Powell case. Scott Alvarez is the former general counsel of the Fed. Head spinning, sir, so keep your head firmly on. Let's just, first of all, do the legality. So Powell is legally entitled to stay on if the new guy isn't in post. Trump can, in theory, fire him. What happens then? If you were still Gen Counsel, what would you advise?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, Richard, with you. And the difficulty here is that it looks like the Supreme Court is going to uphold that the president can only fire Powell from his position on the board if the president has cause. And cause has to be something other than disagreement on policy. And one court has already said this whole idea of looking at the renovation is a complete pretext for a policy fight. And the other motivation the Department of Justice has used that might be used for cause is lying to Congress, that Powell lied to Congress about but Senator Tillis and Senator Tim Scott, who is the Republican chair of the Senate Banking Committee, have both said Powell did not lie to us. So lying to Congress seems to be an absurd basis for the investigation.
So I'm guessing from your answer that if you were advising, you would simply say, I suggest you don't fire him. It's probably not legal. But let's assume he does fire Powell. Are we staring down the barrel of a constitutional crisis?
Not exactly. I mean, the board will continue on, but there may be an internal fight over who the chair is. But the chair of the Fed has very few actual legal responsibilities. The main one is presiding over board meetings. So if there are no board meetings, then no. Sorry.
What I meant, though, let's say Trump decides to try and fire Powell, and Powell says, you can't do this. You have to do it for cause. I'm not accepting that I'm fired. That's a constitutional crisis.
That is a constitutional crisis, and that would go to the Supreme Court. And I believe, given where the Supreme Court has been on the Lisa Cook case, I believe that the administration would lose that battle.
Do you see, let's now turn to why the Justice Department. Let's give Jeanine Pirro the benefit of the doubt here. She's an extremely experienced prosecutor. She's a jurist, a former judge, so she certainly knows the law. And if she believes that there is a genuine case to follow through with here, I guess, the rest of us have to say, Madam US Attorney, carry on with it.
And that would be the case. And then Powell would stay, and there would be this tension that we just talked about. Right? Powell will not, I can't imagine Powell leaving with this cloud over his head.
No. How do you expect it to finally play out? What do you expect to happen?
I expect that the investigation will be resolved and that Powell will then be allowed to leave, and Warsh will be installed as the chair.
Sir, I'm so grateful you came in. We're at the legal niceties at the very extreme. Good to talk to you.